Snowball here with another tutorial for you guys, and today I'll be telling you how to make this really sweet crack effect. And personally I'd say that this effect works best on grunge textures, so I'll be giving out this one. I'll put a download link for this texture I've got here. So yeah, to make the crack, what you want to do is make a new layer on top of everything. Go to your brush tool, select a hard brush at around the size of between 5 to 1, and make sure the colors are black. And what you want to do here, what you want to do now is just do a basic outline of your crack. So for example, I've got this sort of shape here. What you want to do now is on the same layer, go to the smudge tool, this one on the side with a pointed finger, select it. Make it a soft brush around the size of 30, and now just drag out slightly like so. Now I'm just doing this very fast just for the tutorial's sake, but obviously you guys should spend a lot more time on this so that you get a much better result. Alright, so after you've done that, make a new layer on top of this, go back to your brush tool, make the size around between 1 to 3, so I'm just choosing 2 at the moment. And what you want to do now is outline the crack with a white color, like so. And just want to do the whole thing. Obviously you guys should take a lot more time on this. I'm just kind of rushing through it just for the sake of the tutorial, like this. Now what you want to do is go to the drop down menu over here and make it overlay. Oops. Yeah, overlay. So that you should get something like this. Now what you want to do, because as you look in the example, I've got as if it's sort of bending inwards and stuff. That's by shadowing. So how you want to do this is just by making a new layer, making your brush around 3 or 4, making it black, and just by highlighting areas you want there to be like shadow. I don't know how better to explain that. So for example, just like over here, I'm just gonna think, yeah. And obviously it doesn't really need to be that neat, but just either way you guys should still spend a lot more time on this just so you get a much better result. So after you've done that, what you want to do is go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and just find an amount that works for you. So for example, I think I'll stick with, I think 3.5 looks pretty good. So I'm just going to stick with that. Click OK. Now what you want to do is make a new layer on top of this, switch the color to white, and choose a brush size of either 2 or 3. And this is the areas which are highlighted. So over here, example is this area and here. So this is just the area where it's like closer to the light, if that makes sense. So just do the same thing. This doesn't need to be that neat, but still you guys should spend a lot more time. So what you guys should do now is just filter, blur, Gaussian blur just like before, and just find out which one works best for you. So I think I'm just gonna go with 3 this time. Click OK. Make the blending mode to overlay, and there you have it. That's pretty much it. What you can do to enhance this is by duplicating this layer and then just dropping the opacity of the layer above, just so it's not that prominent but still has that effect. So I think I'm just gonna put it 20. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. To make these extra cracks, what you want to do is just make a new layer on top of everything. Let me just zoom in so you guys can see more clearly. Make the brush size around either 2 or 1, whichever works better for you. And sort of just on top of everything, just create the crack, like so. Yeah, like that. and then just switch the color, make it into the one smaller size, and just outline the top edges like I'm doing here, like this, and just make it as overlay. And this just gives a much like better crack effect. It just, I don't know, it just makes it look a lot more authentic. And yeah guys, I hope you learned something new from this tutorial, and please like it, please thumbs it up. It takes a second for you guys but really means a lot for me. And yeah guys, this has been Snowball. Thanks for watching. Peace out.